Welcome back to the Grow Your Nutrition Business podcast. At Healthy Steps Nutrition, we believe something as fundamental as nutrition shouldn't be complicated, which is why we focus on a simple, habit-based approach when working with clients. We help gym owners and independent coaches build successful nutrition programs without reinventing the wheel. I'm your host, Nicole Aucoin, registered dietitian and founder of Healthy Steps Nutrition, CrossFit HSN, and HSN Mentoring. Also the author of the Basics of Nutrition Coaching CrossFit Preferred Nutrition course. I'm going to teach you how to take one step at a time to build a successful nutrition program where you finally feel confident talking about nutrition to your members and your communities. In this episode, Ashley and I discuss 3 strategies to become a better nutrition coach. Man, there are a lot of strategies, and we can talk about this all day, but we have dialed it down to 3 key strategies. After helping thousands of coaches get up and running to help people with nutrition, there are some things and some trends that help coaches excel faster. And this is what we are talking about today. At the end of the day, your mindset is everything. And your ability to take feedback and learn is going to help you become a better nutrition coach. I don't care who you are. No one has the answers for everything. In fact, you are setting yourself up for failure if you think you have to have all the answers, or if you think you have all the answers and that is what makes you a great coach. A great coach is building a relationship and being able to have a two-way conversation with clients and understanding, hey, I might not know the answer, but I'm here to help you and I'm going to get back to you. So instead of feeling like you have to have all of the answers, you want to have that growth mindset. And I hope you truly enjoy this episode. We will get to this episode on strategies to become a better nutrition coach right after this message. Did you know that HSN Mentoring has a turnkey solution to not only get the business side set up to help you launch a nutrition program, but also the education that you need to become an effective nutrition coach? That's right, you can get up and running and launch a nutrition program in as little as 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. It takes about 30 hours to go through the training. The training process is pretty easy. The first step is to click the link in the show notes and book a free call with me. I want to learn more about you and ensure this is a good fit. Ensure our nutrition philosophies align. Then you will be invited to join the mentoring program. After that, you immediately get access to the training. The training includes online modules, homework, and mentoring calls. And after the 6th mentoring call, you launch your program. Most gyms will launch with a nutrition challenge with the goal of converting at least 50% of those people to ongoing nutrition coaching. Now you have a solid client base to work off of. At the same time, we're helping you revamp your intake process so they're guiding new people to get started with nutrition and fitness. During the summer, it's a great time to revamp your processes and get a program up and going to launch for a fall challenge. In fact, that's what most of the gyms that are going through training right now are doing. Gym owners are seeing increases in nutrition-only clients and increases in people who are looking to not only join the gym, but they're really looking for a transformation. And we know that in order to see that transformation, you need help with nutrition and fitness. All right, let's get to this episode on 3 strategies to become a better nutrition coach. Enjoy. Ashley, welcome back to the podcast.
Hey, Nicole, always great to be on.
Today, we are talking about 3 tips to become a better nutrition coach. You know, I think we can all remember some of our first nutrition clients. We're like, oh man, what did we do with that client?
I'd rather not remember.
But the truth is we all have to start somewhere. Right. And, you know, if you really follow these 3 tips, you can help skyrocket your ability to become a better coach and feel more confident and help support more people and increase engagement. And at the end of the day, your impact is so much greater.
Absolutely. And I think it really starts off with intentionality. If you want to become a better nutrition coach, you really want to grow the tools in your toolbox and be able to reach more people, you have to be intentional with a growth mindset.
Let's talk about a growth mindset. You know, I think if you think your way is the best and you're not willing to listen to the market and listen to what's working well with other people, you're going to be missing the boat. right?
Yeah.
It's not saying, just search out your competitors and see what everyone's doing. But if things and trends are working, why not follow suit? One of the things that we talk about in this first tip is so important is role playing. If you want to become a better coach, and especially new coaches, like, you have to role play. You need to practice, because if you don't practice, you're never going to get better. You want to practice with other coaches, practice with a neighbor, significant other, spouse, anything. What's even better is if you record it and then you watch it and evaluate yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes we don't really see what's going on or catch some trends and how we can better ourselves as a coach if we don't actually sit down and observe what we're doing. I noticed a lot with myself, especially with body language, how I can improve by watching myself on a recording. I think when you say role play, a lot of people kind of cringe, right? They're like, oh gosh, I don't want to like do the song and dance, make a character, pretend, go back and forth. But role play should kind of make you a little nervous, right? Things need to make us nervous in order to make us better. And the truth is, the more comfortable you get with role playing and the more you do it, the easier the in-person conversations are going to become.
Absolutely. We started switching the trainings and webinars that we do to support our nutrition coaches to interactive trainings. We're not obviously in person. We've got coaches all over the world using the platform, but we can all come together through Zoom meetings and have conversations and pose questions and let them role play, let them give some feedback. Hey, here's an objection. Here's a scenario of what's happened with a client. Talk me through how you would help them. And then people go around and answer with, hey, this has worked well for me. This has worked well for me. And it's just really great to be able to get a bunch of bright people together, because it's going to level up everybody.
Absolutely. And every time we do an interactive training and I hear other coaches, role play a scenario or talk through a situation, I always learn something. I pick up on other things. Someone might be doing something that's working really well for them that I maybe would have never, ever thought of. So it's so great to be able to pick up things to add to your toolbox from other people. Nicole, someone said in our last interactive training, he said, watching these role plays, hearing the feedback, even though I didn't actively participate, it made me more comfortable because I know that I'm doing some of those same things. And it just kind of reiterated that I'm on the right path and the right track. So even if you're not quite comfortable role playing yet, being around other people doing that same thing will start boosting your confidence and let you know that what you're doing is working, or hey, maybe I need to add and change around some of the things I'm doing now.
Absolutely. Interactive trainings, you have to get around other people that are doing well so that you can learn from them. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are any of those people ahead of you in the game? And if they're not, then I would challenge you to find someone that is ahead of you and surround yourself with them so that you can learn and adjust and save yourself some time from reinventing the wheel. The next thing we want to talk about, and we kind of mentioned this a little bit already, but is evaluations. One of the things that we do as we bring on new coaches is we do evaluations on them. We essentially role play, right? We role play a scenario and let's evaluate to ensure there's a consistent experience between coaches. And I think sometimes as gym owners, what we want to do is, sign up for a program or add a service and then just pass it off completely to a coach. And you never really know, is the experience what is intended? Is the experience for clients exactly what I'm hoping for? And if you don't go back, if you don't evaluate your coaches or send out surveys to their clients, you're never really gonna know. I think as a gym owner, it's easy for us to evaluate coaches in a gym setting because we take their class and we can, evaluate or sit on the sidelines and watch, and we can evaluate, are they hitting the key points that we want to happen during classes? But that's not necessarily the same case with a nutrition coach. So we have to almost role play and do an evaluation to see, are we meeting those expectations? Are we really providing the best support to the client? Is it that client-centered approach? Am I really getting the client bought in and involved with the plan? Am I keeping it simple enough so that they see those wins and those wins lead to motivation to continue? If you're not doing all of those things, it's going to decrease the retention of your clients. And we don't want that because we know they need the support and accountability, which means you need to retain them.
Yes. And another part of the evaluations, if you truly want to become a better nutrition coach, is you have to be open to the feedback and open to that constructive criticism. I think we can all really be better and do better, but you have to be mindful and open to those ways that you can change or maybe make a little bit of changes. That's a huge thing that we look for when hiring new nutrition coaches at HSN HQ is we want them to be open to feedback. We want them to be ready to make changes to be the best versions of themselves. So as a nutrition coach out there, I want you and I really encourage you to be mindful of that. And if you don't have somebody there to do an evaluation on you, do that self-evaluation. Record yourself, sit down and give yourself an evaluation. Find some things that you can work on and actively get better at.
I think we all can do this. I pulled a free intro that I did recently and I was like, man, I could have done this one or two things a little bit better during this free intro. But if I would have never watched it, then I would have never known, okay, these are the things that I need to improve on. And at the end of the day, you have to have that growth mindset and, want to be better. Because at the end of the day, if you're constantly improving your processes, you're going to provide a better experience for your clients.
Absolutely. And going to become a better nutrition coach and be able to help so many more people.
All right, let's talk about, we mentioned this at the beginning, surrounding yourself by people that are a few steps ahead of you. And, if you really want to become a better nutrition coach, you need to learn from the experts. But let's be honest, there are 1 million different nutrition gurus and experts out there who have lost weight. And then all of a sudden they have, done this amazing thing and they've built this amazing program. Let me just say, what people say on social media does not necessarily reflect the services that they provide and the success rate that they actually have with clients. So, you need to fact check and really see like, okay, does this person know what they are talking about? Do they have the credentials? Where are their values aligned with mine? Mm-hmm. And let's see, can I learn from you? Can you help support me? Can you get me a few steps ahead and save me some money, time, mistakes that I don't need to make because you made them and now you're helping others?
Yeah, it's always great when you can go out and find a mentor, someone that is where you eventually want to be one day and you can learn from them. But don't reinvent the wheel. Don't try to do everything by yourself. I think it's so important to have a group of like-minded professionals to be there to support each other. And I mean, that is one of the wonderful things with HSN mentoring is that we do have those like-minded nutrition coaches and gym owners there to support. As Nicole has mentioned previously, we have a mastermind owners group that we have going on. We also do a weekly coaches development corner on our Facebook page live where everyone can join in and talk and discuss. And we have our interactive trainings where we can all learn from each other. But I think it's so important that we do surround ourselves with those people to be better and to become the best nutrition coach we can be.
And I think it's interesting because sometimes you want to just like throw a million things at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
When in reality, you just need to narrow down your focus, identify who is your ideal client, how can you best serve them, and go after those people and really identify who you are going to help. Hallie from Sparks Nutrition was recently on the podcast and she opened her business during the pandemic, has already a full client load, has a wait list of 12 people, is adding another nutrition coach, has expanded into different partnerships. She's done so many incredible things, but it's really come down to, and she says like, hey, it's because you guys have already laid out the groundwork. I'm just running the play. I'm just using the tools and resources that you guys have provided. I'm using these mentor calls as a sounding board to say like, hey, am I on the right track? Or, hey, I've got this idea. Is this the best use of my time? Or how do I leverage this one thing so that she can grow?
Yeah. I think when it comes down to it, if you want to become a better nutrition coach, you really have to invest in yourself.
Absolutely. Let's talk about some of the free resources that we love that have helped us become better nutrition coaches and some of the different experts that we've kind of leaned on over the years. The first thing, I think Precision Nutrition has a really great course.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
I think that they, from a broad spectrum overview, I think they do a really good job. We have that discount with Precision Nutrition. The Basics of Nutrition Coaching CrossFit Preferred course is another great starting point for coaches who are fitness coaches or just individuals who are looking to become nutrition coaches. So those two courses are really great to get a solid foundation. But the truth is, you can go through a course, you can read a book, and if you don't have feedback, you're missing the link here. But let's talk about a couple books, because there are a few books that we do love.
Oh, yeah. I love the motivational interviewing book and for nutrition and fitness. This book is really great if you want to learn how to talk to your clients to help them change mindset, and also learn how to use your interviewing skills to help your clients find and make the changes they want to find for themselves. Highly recommended. I've actually read the book about 3 times now. It's very awesome if you're looking to really up your interviewing skills. Another one that we love is Atomic Habits.
Yeah. When you look at successful nutrition clients focusing on one thing at a time, building, thinking of, if you have a house that you need to build of bricks, you add one brick at a time. You're not just like piling all these things.
Right.
So Atomic Habits, habit stacking and looking at what's the best strategy to create habits that stick. That book is really awesome. And at Healthy Steps Nutrition, we focus on that habit-based approach. So it's really perfect. A couple experts that we've leaned more on recently is psychologists and, the mental aspect of nutrition, because goodness, people use food as comfort.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much that goes beyond just food for people who are trying to lose weight, gain muscle, athletes. I mean, all these different types of people. And I personally love getting more invested in the psychology piece of it, because that's really the foundation. If you can help people understand and, work with them to create that positive self-talk and see those wins, those wins are going to lead to motivation to continue.
Absolutely. The psychology of change is something that is so interesting and so important. And Nicole, you're right. We have partnered with several different mental health care professionals. If you listen to our podcast, you've definitely heard some of our podcasts with them, as well as the Nutrition Made Simple podcast. I think that's another great resource as well for client facing, to help clients understand little bite-sized nuggets of nutrition information, holistic approach, lifestyle changes, and help them, hear from other people who have maybe been in the shoes that they're in now and have seen those changes and can motivate them.
Absolutely. There's so much noise out there around nutrition. I think it's important just to sort the fiction from the facts and making sure that you're, as a coach, you have your eyes open consistently, because your clients are going to ask you so many different things and you want to be able to help support them, but also know your limitations. Hey, I have not heard of this before. Let me do a little bit of research and get back to you. So, use the resources that are available. There's a ton of free resources online. Precision Nutrition has a great blog that has a lot of different resources. Our podcast is, this Grow podcast, Nutrition Made Simple. There's quite a few different books regarding nutrition that I think are really great. But at the end of the day, you as a nutrition coach are in the relationship business, and you have to have a solid foundation and a solid relationship with your client so that they trust you and they know you're going to be there to support them, no matter if they're 100% perfect or they're not, because life happens and progress is never a straight line. And as a coach, your responsibility is to have that growth mindset and always be open for feedback and learn how to support your clients, because same thing with fitness coaching, the same cue is not going to work for every single person. Yes, there's probably similar cues that work for quite a few people, but no person is the same. No person's experiences are the same. So you have to have a lot of tools in your toolbox to help support your clients.
Absolutely. And just as a recap for those of you listening, the 3 tips to help you become a better nutrition coach. First of all, remember that it starts with a growth mindset and being flexible in your approach. But tip number 1, interactive trainings and role play, making sure that you're investing in yourself and you're learning in your role playing situations to be more confident. Tip number 2, evaluations, whether from yourself or an owner or an expert. But remember, you need to be open to feedback and that constructive criticism. And tip number 3, you need to learn from the experts. Surround yourself with like-minded people and those people that you strive to be. When it comes down to it, if you want to take your business or your nutrition coaching to the next level, you need to invest in yourself.
I hope you enjoyed that episode with Sarah Carter, and I hope she inspired you to see what the potential is of growing a nutrition program in their gym. She mentioned that 25 to 30% of their revenue ongoing is from nutrition coaching. And part of that is because she's built these higher accountability with nutrition coaching and fitness packages as the front end offer. And when you do that, you're able to help your clients see quicker results because they have more hand-holding, but you're valuing your time as a coach and a gym owner, and that is so important. Sarah mentioned a few things on this episode that I want to draw attention to because I think these are the things that are holding so many gyms back from building wildly successful nutrition programs. I think the first one is sales. Gym owners and coaches don't feel comfortable talking about sales. They don't feel comfortable with a nutrition program. They don't feel confident that they can help their clients see amazing results through nutrition and fitness, and they're not guiding people to get started with both. And I think the lack of confidence in not charging what you're worth is the foundation of not building a successful nutrition program. But if you have the systems in place, if you feel confident that you are truly helping people achieve the results they're looking to achieve through nutrition and fitness, paired with accountability, you're going to confidently guide people to that option because that's the best way to help them achieve the results that they're looking to achieve. I talk to so many gym owners who give away nutrition for free. The problem is informal conversations and giving away things for free. Your members don't value that. They're not going to invest their energy into something that they're not financially invested in. And you, as a gym owner, hopefully are paying a nutrition coach or paying yourself for helping those clients with nutrition, and you need to value your time. If you're giving nutrition coaching away for free and you're paying a coach to sit down with that client, your gym is losing money. I was recently talking to a gym and they had 3 owners in Australia, and they were talking about how they've been around for quite some time and they've always given nutrition away for free. But when we dove into it, the members weren't seeing good results. They weren't sticking with the program, and no one was really taking advantage of it. Why? Because they didn't have the structure, they didn't have the systems, they didn't have their members paying for nutrition coaching. They weren't financially invested in it. You don't value what you don't pay for. And I think when you can package a program that has nutrition coaching, fitness, and accountability, you have the secret sauce to success with your clients. You have the ability to help support them and transform their health and their lives. The other thing that we talked about in this episode that I don't think gym owners think about too much when they're building a nutrition program is sustainability and scalability. Most gym owners or coaches tell me they feel overwhelmed with 5 to 10 clients. And the problem is you've got a lot more people that need help beyond just 10 people. But what if your nutrition coach leaves? What if they go on maternity leave? What if they are out for a little bit? How are you going to able to provide a consistent experience for your clients if you don't have the systems in place? Well, you need the systems in place. And as Sarah mentioned, when Ray went on maternity leave, it was an easy transition. Everyone was in the app. They already knew that every nutrition coach had the similar way of coaching clients. They were following the play. So it was easy for them to transition those clients to another coach and then transition back to Ray when she came back from maternity leave. If you are struggling with any of those problems, if you're not getting people started with nutrition, if you're knowing that this is a missing piece of the puzzle in your business, or you don't have the systems to scale a nutrition program successfully, you're missing the boat. There's so many opportunities here to help more people within your community, help your members see better results, and scale your program beyond the walls of your gym. If you're a gym owner or an independent nutrition coach looking to build a wildly successful nutrition program, I want to help you. Click the link in the show notes and book a free call today so that you can learn more about HSN Mentoring, the service that we provide, the training process, and you can get a demo of the platform. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Grow Your Nutrition Business podcast. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave us 5 stars and a review so that more people can find this podcast and be inspired to grow a wildly successful nutrition program.